Exile, excellently timed. That's a 1093 hype train. Also, I set it to like the hardest difficulty as well, and you still defeated it. Well done. Chris Wilson will be on the stream at 1:30, but first, I would proudly like to reveal to you the new Path of Exile League, Path of Exile Krangle. Welcome, everybody. Path of Exile Krangle? There's an upwards inflection. It's Path of Exile Krangle? Big, new, unique chest arm.
Fucking fancy. Look at this thing. Big, new, unique. 169.88 life. Yep. Deals no non-lightning damage. Armor also applies to lightning damage taken from hits. Lightning resistance does not affect lightning damage taken. Nearby enemies have lightning resistance equal to yours. What the fuck? Do you have to stack armor?
Is that the whole clip?
You're guaranteeing a cluster jewel. And of course, if you get like to 175% chance, it will give you a guaranteed one and then give you 75% chance of a second and so on. So pretty much any time you're encountering Delirium, unless you completely screw it up, you're getting 1 and a bit cluster jewels from. They probably will change them now.
That's the whole clip. That's the whole clip. That's the whole clip. That... Mal speaks.
Said specifically about just cluster jewels. That sounds like they might be toning down some of the absurdity of just League mechanics in general. Like how much fucking loot you just get from them. Because it's out of control.
We knew that crafting was where it was going to be at. And so we tried very hard to...
did I fucking brick it?
We tried very hard here to come up with a...
He's got helium in his lungs. Hold on. How do I... Elliot, copy this.
Then we'll start to get some manifestos. Then we'll get like a skill gem information post, and we'll get patch notes. After there's effectively the way that works is Bex is like a condenser in Harvest League. She can store a maximum amount of patch notes when. So the more patch notes when you feed into Bex, the more quickly it'll fill up, and then once it fills up, that's when we get moistened with patch note irrigation. So make sure to help Bex fill her condenser capacity full of patch notes when. Then she'll spread the seeds of knowledge.
This seems insane for SSF.
Honestly, I actually brought up with the team, I think these should be game-wide drops for a while. And they said, you're wrong, here's why. And they explained to me in great detail how it's important that the leagues individually have their own rewards and identity and so on and so on. And I completely agree getting simultaneously.
You've been able to divide that 3 ways effectively.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Does the seed craft take a master crafting slot, or are they separate things?
They're separate. That means you can stack a mastercraft on top. The seed stuff is just like currency. Like, this is just insane. Like, I have to emphasize here, we're probably ruining the game with this league. So you get crazy stuff. Standard will be very jealous, and then we may just take it all away. So we'll see, right? Play Harvest if you...
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Does the seed craft take a master crafting slot, or are they separate things?
They're separate. That means you can stack a mastercraft on top. The seed stuff is just like currency. Like, this is just insane. Like, I have to emphasize here, we're probably ruining the game with this league. So you get crazy stuff. Standard will be very jealous.
Flip it!
And then we may just take it all away. So we'll see, right? Play Harvest if you want this crafting, because there is no guarantee that's staying anywhere near as powerful in the future. It really is an experiment.
Yes. Yeah.
I love the idea that you guys are just like pulled out your phone, googling top movies of 2007, going through the titles, looking for ideas.
Oh, you get some good stuff. We're not going to say where it was because we also got the next league from a movie as well. So we'll
You
see.
get the wings for $30. Don't understand. Doesn't look like it's in the same game. That angle looks kind of cool. You look like a fucking aircraft carrier.
There's things that we need to pick up from the ground.
Higher tiers of seeds.
It's like, I don't know, it's like synthesis. I hate that. It's like synthesis. Fucking hell. It's like synthesis and synthesis and blight.
Quinn viewers, fucking.
I can't really get out of the way. Seismic crime. Releases a shockwave which taunts enemies, knocks them, also grants a buff that makes it easier to stun. This is the Quincry. The buff also exerts your fixed your attacks.
As it were, doing optimizations. In terms of timeline, some of them they expect to get in for the 3.11 launch. I heard a really clever one the guys are working on, and again, this could change or could be misexplained by me, but basically, you know how everyone asks for particle sliders all the time to tone down spell effects, and we say no, it'll make the game look worse, and we fight? Well, we're doing an automatic thing where if there's too many of the same particle stacking in the same area of the screen, it will drop ones that contribute nothing to what you can actually see. And so by dropping particles that weren't contributing to the image, it'll make it faster, like there was a particle slider, without actually requiring the game to look worse. You know, you don't have a situation where you cast a spell and 3/4 of it isn't drawn.
Still figuring out the name of that one.
I've basically listened to none of what they've said so far because I've been thinking about my placements and where I'm looking and shit.
Very good news for sure. I'm going to change gears a little bit here, and Delirium's implementation into the game is a bit different to how previously it's rather than being...
Yeah, Delirium, did you play any of that, Ziggy?
Density of content
A few days?
Seems to make a lot of sense with the league's mechanics.
Chris, what do you...
I'm a little interested,
Time
though,
played?
I'm gonna get it from Lily either way. I'm pretty confident about that, right? Or do I not even get it from Lily? If I don't get it from Lily, dude, I'm fucking baby raging.
Yes, he did it to me twice, and the very first time I freaked out and hyperventilated, and I was shaking and nervous for like the first hour, and then the second time I was still kind of a little nervous, but I was like, it's okay, we got through this the first time.
Angry. Right? So the brand will grow, and it'll keep growing, and then when you brand recall, boom. I getcha. I getcha. That seems shit. That seems... Cause that's a lot of work, dude. It reminds me of
Now, aside from the big stick melee, brand skills are also seeing some major new additions and changes. GGG are aiming to make brand builds more interactive, while the most powerful Archmage brand builds will be getting nerfed. New options including 3 new brand skills are being added to the game to open up brand new playstyles. The first of these is Arcanist Brand. Like other brand skills, Arcanist Brand can be placed on the ground and it'll attach itself to monsters. The kicker is that Arcanist Brand will trigger any other linked spells, so you'll now be able to turn almost any spell into a brand, even having it cast several different spells in sequence. Another new brand skill coming alongside Harvest is Penance Brand, which is a different take on the brand concept. When the Penance Brand attaches to an enemy, it starts building up energy and spreading it to other nearby enemies. When the brand...
Press tour is complete. That doesn't mean the announcement's up. Oh, there it is. Harvest. Wait, this isn't even a YouTube video. Is this how they avoided leaks? Dude, they didn't use a YouTube video this time. People didn't, like, find the unlisted trailer. That's actually pretty legit.
Post on wherever, like, you know, trade chat or Discord or something saying, hey guys, I'd like to trade an X for my random craft outcome that I've got here, and you arrange an unsafe trade there. That's technically possible, but because it's not using the trade screen, the normal scamming rules apply here, as in the person may scam you, and there may be an angry Reddit thread about our lack of enforcement against scamming, even though we enforce it heavier than people expect. So it is possible to do off trade screen crafting transactions here.
Dude, he's just fucking popping off shots at Reddit right now, dude. He's just popping off shots at Reddit. Damn, dude. That's good, actually. That's really good to hear. I honestly think stuff like that, literally just him saying that is really nice. I actually like that he says stuff like that. Guy has no I know, dude. He's like saying...
Is that a thing that happened yet? I was promised... Oh, wait. Is it already happening?
I have to emphasize here, we're probably ruining the game with this league. So you get crazy stuff. Standard will be very jealous, and then we may just take it all away. So we'll see. I have to emphasize here, we're probably ruining the game with this league. So you get crazy stuff. Standard will be very jealous, and then we may just take it all away. So
is he actually saying they might Void League Harvest? Might legitimately Void League it because they realize how busted that crafting shit is. Which it is, just from the ones we've seen. That
this time. I think that's very dead. Oh my god. I should have expected that. God damn it. I just clicked the link, okay. Not my fault.
Sure, so the way that people ended up using brands before was basically casting some powerful brands and letting them follow you around the map, using various tricks. Like, for example, when a brand fell off, it would fall at your feet, and brand recall, of course, would reset that and also update the duration eventually so that you never lost your brands. And then due to the Archmage stuff, if you expend a lot of mana right at the beginning of the area, then your really cheap brand recall drags these super damaging brands throughout the whole level with you, and you just spam brand recall as you run through the area and never really have to engage with anything beyond that. And so we've been careful here where we still want that build to work, but we want it to be more interactive. And so there's various small changes. And honestly, I'd rather wait for the guys to post a manifesto or whatever, but I'll summarize and take it with a grain of salt that the detailed explanation is probably better than my memory here. So the first thing we're doing is making it so that brand recall inherits part of the cost of the brands that you're using. So if you're casting incredibly expensive brands, then they're somewhat expensive to recall, so that Archmage has some mana use.
Hey guys, I'm Joseph. I created the algorithm, Gloomshot, that made the video that you're watching right now. I didn't do any of the video editing, compilation, or uploading by hand. I actually wrote some code that does all of it for me while I'm sleeping. This might seem like a pretty complex skill, but it's a lot simpler than you think. I'm completely self-taught and believe that if you can play video games, you can write your own automation code. If you're interested in learning this skill, I've created an online course that'll hold your hand through making a bunch of real-world projects, even if you've never coded before. Check it out in the description below.